With the first pick in the 2003 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select LeBron James.
There he is with his mom, Gloria. Gloria sacrificed a lot, gave birth to LeBron when she was 16, on their own at 19, living on assistance, food stamps, and here they are just a short time later, $100 million in contract, endorsements in basketball, and LeBron James makes a great American story. From tough times to tremendous success. The second player from high school selected first overall, Kwame Brown of the Washington Wizards, doing it a couple of years ago. High school game.
The LA Lakers clinging to playoff hopes at 4 games under 500, 5 back in the loss column of the 8th spot, led by LeBron James, who is 13 points away from passing Michael Jordan on the all-time scoring list.
Look at the year that the Lakers have had. LeBron has to be disappointed in what they were not able to do as he knocks down the 3. And be realistic about it moving forward.
Lakers have lost 3 in a row.
And getting back to LeBron, you know, post the groin injury, came back and says, as he knocks down another long ball, came back and said, I got to activate playoff LeBron. And you look at his numbers, almost averaging a triple-double. You develop a bond, you develop a relationship and a respect and appreciation for one another. And you don't forget it.
Here's James with the fall away, gets the bounce, and now has 8 points. 4 away from tying Jordan, 5 from passing him early in the second quarter. James catches it deep and scores. He's got 10, just 3 away now from passing Jordan.
It's a tremendous example of his strength, his ability to take advantage. Big or small guys does not matter. He puts himself in position to be an impactful player. Scoring and assists.
Here's James facing up now on Craig. James falling away, hits it, and ties Jordan for number 4. Gets it to James. LeBron takes it to the rim and finishes with the left, and he's fouled. The legend of LeBron continues. He moves past his idol, MJ, for 4th on the all-time scoring list.
You see the delivery from Rondo. LeBron making history and appreciating it. And I like the fans. Okay, things not going our way, but still take a moment to acknowledge witnessing greatness.
The 4-time MVP, 3-time finals MVP, 8 straight finals, 13 straight playoff appearances. Obviously, those are in serious jeopardy. But the individual numbers continue for LeBron James. Very emotional. LeBron James, for a good minute and a half, 2 minutes during the timeout, realizing what he just accomplished. The guy he grew up wanting to be, he just passed on the all-time scoring list.
You're listening to 92.9 FM WGGT LP Philadelphia, community radio for Northwest Philadelphia.
And good morning, good morning, good morning. You're listening to Germantown Community Radio, 92.9 WGGT LP Philadelphia, and online on g10radio.com. For Kris Thomas.
I'm Jamal Thomas.
And you're listening to Thomas and Thomas. And welcome back. You know, you had to do the call last week via satellite.
Rocky my Via style, Versace shirt and all. Glad to be back in the studio this week.
Yeah, man, dude, and we actually have a decent slate of topics that we want to do. We're going to switch it up a little bit. What you just heard was LeBron James, 2003 audio of him getting drafted #1 overall back in the star-studded, probably one of the greatest drafts of all time, the 2003 class.
Second best draft of all time, besides '84.
Yep, absolutely. The other highlight of him on, was it Friday when they played the Nuggets, of him passing Michael Jordan all-time 4th on the all-time scoring list. It took him 150 games more, but regardless of that, congratulations, LeBron. We all know how much of an influence was Michael Jordan to you growing up, and the fact that you were able to surpass your idol in the all-time scoring list is probably an honor that you should definitely be revered upon.
For me, I think it's a testament to two things that are underrated for LeBron James: his ability to score when necessary, and his ability to be available.
Yeah.
The fact that, and I noticed you pointed out the 150 more games. Yes, that may be true. He also has already passed Jordan on the all-time playoff scoring list as well. Like I said, like I was saying back to the consistency part, it's just the fact that he didn't take 2 seasons off, the fact that, this is the first time in his career that he's missed more than 10 games in a season.
Yes.
And so to be 34 and finally, like, I wouldn't say having your body breaking down, because I think that groin injury is a bit of a freak accident. I wouldn't call it a body breaking down injury, maybe just a freak twist of a situation.
But you can tell he's just not the same.
I wouldn't even say that. I think his demeanor and his mindset is
okay,
not the
that's
same.
fine. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think physically, I think he's fine.
Mentally, I think he's just like...
There's so much going on. I think for this season, for the first time in a really long time, maybe ever in his career, we've seen LeBron James mentally check out.
Yeah.
And I don't want to speculate because, like we said here on Thomas Times, we don't like to speculate about people's mental space because that's someone's space. I think a lot of analysts and media personalities have a problem doing that, thinking that they know what's going on in someone's head.
Yes.
So we don't know what's going on in LeBron James' head, but it seems like from even the moments of Kyle Kuzma pushing him to close out on a 3-pointer, which was one of my favorite points in the season. Dude, close out. It just seems like at every turn, whenever there's disappointment, it just seems like the smile and all the grandeur and all the things that came with him initially signing with LA in the summer. Yeah. You can just tell him fading out of his body slowly but surely. It's very sad to see at points.
Yeah, but also at the same time, when he made that decision to sign to LA, you could probably tell that it probably wasn't for basketball reasons. It was more people talked about him probably increasing his brand, trying to get movie deals, trying to like increase like his
starting the shop, starting all those things.
Yeah, so like a bunch of other starting moving pieces that weren't basketball related moved him to the reason why going to LA and for him not to go to either Houston or even come here to Philly. So I just think like after the whole like Anthony Davis fallout thing, I think like he just completely checked out. When you look at what Magic Johnson had to do, like he had to come to Philly, like, oh yeah, listen about that whole thing with that, like, don't worry about it, just go about continue to do this and let's just make the playoffs. I'm just like, you literally try to trade half your team to get Anthony Davis, and it's like Magic, and regardless of like how much power quote unquote LeBron has a lot of influence. Let's just keep it a beam. Can we just agree on that?
No, I wouldn't have anything to say against that.
Okay, so like it's like if you're one of those young Laker players, it's just like you just try to get rid of me. It's like, why are you all of a sudden questioning like my drive, my desire to become a better basketball player, trying to get to the playoffs, whereas like you already given up on me. So why should I? It's like sports is like it's basically like a band of brothers. It's like if you're not going to go ahead and give 100% for everything that you do out there, why should I do the same for you?
Yeah, no, I completely 100% agree.
Yeah,
I think watching the Lakers fall apart is one of the saddest stories for me in the league. I mean, obviously as a Sixer fan who was spurned by LeBron, it's kind of funny to watch. Yeah. The reason I say it's sad is because a lot of these young guys, man, I don't know, man, it's like one of those, cut your nose off to spite your face things. I feel like the Lakers so hard and so badly the last couple of years, instead of trying to draft superstars or instead of, to me, paying attention more to their scouting department. Yeah. Right? For me personally. That's how I feel.
Yes.
Instead of doing those things, I felt like they focused so much on just being able to get movable young pieces. Like, oh, let's get Alonzo Ball. He'll be movable in a couple of years. Let's get a D'Angelo Russell. He'll be movable in a couple of years.
Let's get Kyle Kuzma.
Let's get Julius Randle. Guys that they can either move or could use as high-end rotation pieces.
Yeah.
That has not worked out, obviously.
Yeah.
On either front. So far, we don't know if they'll still be the ones to get Anthony Davis. I don't think so. I think Boston will put together a better package. But my initial issue with that is you're not preparing your team for success down the line. The thing that is different about LeBron coming here than any other time in Laker history when they've gotten a star is he's in his, what we like to call LeBron's extended or second prime.
Yeah.
This is not a guy you get at 25. This is not a guy you got at 29.
Yeah.
It's a guy you got at 34 years old. Now, he may be the most well-kept superstar in
NBA history. Yes.
The guy pays $7 million a year to keep his body up, to be in a hyperbaric chamber and things like that. Just ridiculous. He's basically a Terminator. Yeah. So if anybody can make that kind of contract or make that kind of late career commitment look smart, it's LeBron James.
Yes.
But I think when you have a situation where you don't have a team who's on the cusp or the precipice of winning yet, or doesn't even know how to make the playoffs, let alone win playoff rounds, it puts you in a situation where 4 years turns into 2 years really fast in my mind.
Yeah.
Because this year was always going to be wasted. Yeah. I didn't know it was going to be this bad, but I feel like this year was always going to be their first round exit, maybe a second round exit if they got hot in the first round.
Yeah.
And then that next year is very dependent on the 2019 free agent class, also the trade market, just different things that are, let's be honest, out of any team's control, let alone the Lakers.
Yeah.
Who we just figured out at the trade deadline because, they were trolled by the Pelicans that their war chest may be one of the least appealing in the league.
Yeah.
Especially now if you got players giving up on the floor and things like that. And think about this, not that far away from 500. So imagine being traded to a team like the Pelicans who may go 5 to 10 games. A team is looking at that. How are these guys playing in situations where things may not matter? How are these guys playing in situations where there may be issues? And so without LeBron, that 17-game stretch ruined that season in so many different ways for me.
Yeah.
LeBron's initial injury messed up the chemistry. There with the chemistry that was starting to build. That LeBron had, the culture that he was trying to instill.
Yes.
Boom. That the losing record, I believe they went 6-10, maybe a little worse than that.
Yeah, I think like 5-11 or something.
5-11. Boom, knocks them out of what was a close race between 4 through 9, and now you're looking up, fighting uphill the rest of the year.
Yeah, you got to think during that stretch when he got hurt, when he was the 4th seed, 2 games separated them from the 4th and the 9th seed. Then like when LeBron got hurt and like everybody started trying to truly define themselves, LeBron had to play catch up, and it's like this isn't a team that is built to like potentially like sustain that.
Exactly,
because none of these new guys like know how to win. And more importantly, also a key thing that we also want to talk about, that Lonzo Ball injury also hurt.
I was going to say that, yeah, and that occurred during that 17-game LeBron missing streak.
Yeah.
So not only are you missing your best overall player, you're probably missing your best overall defender as well.
Yeah, and your best floor general.
Exactly.
All due respect to
Rondo, but Rondo is a very temperamental guy. I like Lonzo Ball's demeanor. People have a problem with him saying he's not aggressive enough or whatever. Any guy who can get his hands on that many deflections, get his hands in that many situations, isn't lacking in aggression. He's a true floor general. Ben Simmons isn't not aggressive. He just knows when to look for his shot and when to get his guys involved.
Yes.
That's the true sign of a floor general. At one point, Rondo could do that. And still to this day, I think Rondo had 11 assists in that game against the Nuggets. Not saying that Rondo is not still that guy. I just think Ball's body and youth and skill set lend more to him being able to be the floor general the Lakers need.
Yeah. But anyway, and also news broke out that they're probably going to not play LeBron in back-to-backs and like just probably have him on minute restrictions from here on out. So
we've come a long way from a guy who played 40 minutes a night pretty much in the finals to now having minutes restriction on a team that's probably going to finish 10th in the West.
Yeah, dude, they're tapping out. They're probably going to try to get in that late Zion Williamson sweepstakes.
They're not going to be able to be that bad, which I think is the funniest part of the season is because you came with the expectation, all right, this is the first year, let's just make the playoffs, get the city excited. Now you're not even making the playoffs, and then you're also not bad enough to get a pick that's really going to help you. So you're depending solely on free agency and trades for all of your development this summer, besides internal youth development.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, the Cavaliers had like a 0.1% chance of them landing the number 1 overall pick during that Andrew Wiggins draft. Never say never. I'm just saying. I'm not saying the lottery's rigged, but
but you got to think about this. That was pre-LeBron, so not to say, yeah, you're right. I guess if you're in the lottery, you're in the lottery. You got a shot, so you're not wrong.